On November 24, 1991, the world awoke to devastating news. Freddie Mercury, the iconic frontman of Queen, had passed away at the age of 45. The loss reverberated across continents, touching millions of fans and music lovers who had been captivated by Mercury's extraordinary voice, magnetic stage presence, and fearless individuality. As the news spread, an outpouring of grief and remembrance swept over the globe, underscoring just how deeply Mercury's artistry and persona had influenced generations. Freddie Mercury, born Farrokh Bulsara, co-founded Queen in 1970 alongside Brian May, Roger Taylor, and John Deacon. Together they forged a sound that was as bold and unique as Mercury himself, a fusion of rock, opera, and pop, laced with theatricality and driven by musical virtuosity. Mercury's songwriting, vocal range, and flamboyant energy propelled Queen to international stardom and left an indelible mark on the music industry. Hits like Bohemian Rhapsody, We Are the Champions, Somebody to Love, and Don't Stop Me Now became anthems that transcended borders and languages. But on that somber November day, the headlines were clear. The world had lost a singular talent. The cause of death, bronchial pneumonia resulting from AIDS, brought an additional layer of tragedy and, ultimately, a powerful message. Mercury had been diagnosed with HIV in 1987. For years, he kept his illness private, wishing to protect both his loved ones and his creative focus. Only one day before his death did he release a public statement, confirming the rumors about his health and urging support for those suffering from the disease. His passing was not just a personal loss for fans, it became a pivotal moment in global awareness of the HIV/AIDS epidemic. In the early 1990s, HIV/AIDS was still heavily stigmatized, often associated with fear, misinformation, and discrimination. By revealing his battle with the disease, Mercury humanized the epidemic for millions and helped change public perceptions. The headlines on November 24, 1991, and the days that followed did more than mourn a rock legend. They sparked difficult but necessary conversations around compassion, understanding, and urgent medical research. The immediate aftermath of Mercury's death saw an unprecedented show of love and admiration. Outside his London home, Garden Lodge, fans transformed the outer walls into a makeshift shrine, covering them with flowers, cards, candles, and messages. For weeks, the site became a place of pilgrimage, a testament to the deep connection Mercury had fostered through his music and his unapologetic authenticity. The rest of Queen, Brian May, Roger Taylor, and John Deacon, were left to grapple with the loss of their friend and bandmate. But even in grief, they chose to channel their sorrow into action. In April 1992, just 5 months after Mercury's passing, they organised the Freddie Mercury tribute concert for AIDS awareness at London's Wembley Stadium. The event was historic, not only for the sheer scale. 72,000 people filled the stadium, while an estimated 1 billion watched from home, but also for the star-studded lineup. Legends like Elton John, David Bowie, George Michael, and Annie Lennox performed, each offering their own tribute to Mercury's genius and spirit. The concert did more than celebrate Mercury's legacy. It raised approximately $20 million for AIDS charities and galvanized support for research and treatment worldwide. The event also marked the founding of the Mercury Phoenix Trust, an organization dedicated to fighting HIV/AIDS globally. Through these efforts, Mercury's impact extended far beyond music, shaping the course of health activism and public awareness for years to come. Meanwhile, as the world mourned Mercury, other significant music headlines marked November 24th throughout history. Decades before Mercury's passing, on this day in 1968, Diana Ross and the Supremes reached a new milestone by knocking the Beatles' Hey Jude off the top of the Billboard Hot 100 with Love Child. The song marked the Supremes' 11th #1 hit, further establishing their dominance in the pop and soul landscape of the 1960s. In 1973, another former Beatle, Ringo Starr, scored his first solo #1 hit in the US with Photograph, a song co-written with George Harrison. The track showcased Starr's heartfelt vocals and demonstrated that the magic of the Beatles could continue to shine in their solo ventures. Looking back to 1976, the band Chicago achieved their first and only #1 hit in the UK with their Grammy-winning ballad, If You Leave Me Now. The song's lush arrangements and soulful delivery turned it into a timeless classic, beloved by fans across generations. Fast forward to more recent years, and November 24th continued to be a date of landmark moments in music. In 2013, British pop star Robbie Williams achieved the distinction of having the 1,000th #1 album on the UK charts with Swings Both Ways, a record that connected him to the rich lineage of British music history, stretching back to Frank Sinatra's Songs for Swingin' Lovers, which inaugurated the chart in 1956. The day has also seen its share of loss and transition. In 1993, the world bid farewell to Grammy-winning blues artist Albert Collins, known as the Master of the Telecaster, whose electrifying guitar work had inspired countless musicians. In 2008, English drummer Michael Lee, who had worked with legends like Robert Plant, Jimmy Page, and Thin Lizzy, died suddenly at the age of 39. November 24th, therefore, stands as a poignant chapter in the annals of music history, a day of both heartbreak and celebration, of endings and new beginnings. For Queen fans, the death of Freddie Mercury remains the defining headline. His artistry, courage, and generosity of spirit continue to inspire, while his candidness about his illness helped dismantle stigma and fuel activism. Every year, as November 24th arrives, fans around the world remember Mercury not just for his electrifying performances, but for his enduring message: to embrace who you are, to live boldly and compassionately, and to use your voice for good. The music headlines of this day serve as a reminder that while legends may leave us, their light endures, echoing through the songs we sing, the causes we champion, and the memories we hold dear.